1967, in the panhandle of Florida, my father was born. His full name is William Ray Ellegood, but everyone calls him Billy. He grew up in a small town surfing with his buddies and always trying to catch up to his older brothers. He has a lot of love for his time spent over there, and we visit quite often to see my grandmother and his great friends. In 1990, he had this summer job working as a lifeguard at a hotel in town, and it just so happened that my mom from Boston was staying there while visiting some family. Just like in the movies, they met at the pool, and the rest is history. For the next 2 years, my mom and dad did long distance, and eventually, my dad took the chance and decided to leave it all in Florida and move to Boston. He started a new life here, moving in with my mom, marrying her, and then having 2 kids. I have nothing but amazing things to say about my dad as a father. He taught us how to love, he taught us how to laugh, and most importantly, he gave us a life where we always felt at home. I do wonder sometimes, though, if he ever regretted leaving his life behind in Florida. But I see the beautiful life he has made since that decision and know that he wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, maybe if he had all this but lived on a beach. Maybe then, though, that would make it even more perfect. My dad always had a love for surfing. When he was 5, he went out with his older brothers, using their surfboards, wearing their hand-me-downs, and wanting to be just like them. The ocean was his first love, and he couldn't get enough of it. It's funny, but I know for a fact that one of the first things he did when he met my mom was research if there was surf in Boston. I grew up with my dad surfing, just as he did with his older brothers. For years, we would drive up all the way to New Hampshire, Rhode Island, at the crack of dawn when the surf was up. I'd watch as he walked out to the shore, seeing its potential. I'd watch as he laid his board down on the sand and wax it, making sure he wouldn't slip off at the perfect moment. I sat on the beach for years, following his bald head bob up and down in the water. Both of us silent, both of us waiting. I felt the rush that he felt as he paddled and paddled as hard as he could for the waves that he finally chose, and I'd watch as he'd just float, feeling the wave on the bottom of his board as it took him wherever he wanted to go. It was like watching a magic trick as a kid. I later realized as I got older that this was where he felt at home. As he ran his hands through the wave, he felt the warm water of Fort Walton Beach. He remembers the beautiful memories he made with his brothers and his friends, and he wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Today, that kid who grew up in Florida is now 56, and he still loves getting out there. He takes every opportunity he gets to wake up at 5 in the morning and experience that rush again. I'm not sure what my dad would do without surfing. I'm not sure of the person he'd even be. But the guy that I watch raising his hands up with joy as he glides down the shore, that's my dad. And I can't thank him enough for everything.